Yeah, I am audible.
Yes, Swamiji, we can start.
Thank you. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Sahana Bhavatu. Sahano Bhunaktu. Sahaviryan Karavavahe. Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Dear devotees, if you remember, who am I was given beautifully in the last class. So I am the owner of the chariot, and the chariot is nothing but the body, the physical body. The charioteer or the sarathi is nothing but our buddhi or intellect, and the horses are the sense organs. The reins are our manas, and the path which the horse takes or the chariot takes, it is nothing but our sense objects or sense experience. And the destination is paramam padam, that is the ultimate goal, self-realization. And who is the passenger here? The jivatman, or the embodied self. So if we can remember this time and again, and if we can hook on to this Upanishad's understanding about the personality and the self, that will help us to greater extent. Now, the question might come, how it helps? Because when I say, recently one devotee was saying that, Swamiji, I am suffering. How can I end the suffering? And this is the standard question. Or this is the standard question all of us we have. How can I end the suffering? Or how can I be happy at all given point of times? Luckily, she was also a Vedantic student. So I asked, when you say I am suffering, who is suffering? She said, Swamiji, I am suffering. Then again asked, who is suffering? Then she took aback and said, I think, Swamiji, are you not able to understand me? I am suffering. I said, please think and answer, who is suffering? Still, she couldn't understand my intention of asking her time and again. When I explained, when you say you are suffering, why are you suffering? Oh, because severe headache, Swamiji. Migraine problem and severe headache. That's the one thing. And the other is, I think, domestic problems or the problem in the office. I said, fine. Now there are two problems, two causes for your suffering. One is, you say, because of your physical suffering, that is your migraine or headache. The other is office work, isn't it? Yes. Now, either because of office work or because of migraine, you have got a problem. When you say, it belongs to whom? It pertains to whom? It pertains to your body and mind, not for yourself. So she took aback and she started thinking, yes, I know that I am the self, I am the consciousness, I am the Atman, I am the Brahman, so on and so forth. But still we behave. We say, I have a body, and we behave, I am the body. We say, I have a body, but we behave, I am the body. So this chariot example, if you remember, I am only traveling in the chariot. I am not the chariot. I am using the horses for traveling, nothing but 5 sense organs. So I am not the sense organ. The reins, I am not the reins. And I am not the charioteer. Then who? I am residing in that. I am owner and I am traveling in that. So five lanes, I told. 5 sense organs, sense objects can be taken as 5-lane road. Our journey is. So when you understand that, what happens? I have a problem. My body is suffering. My mind is suffering. My body has some issue. My mind has some issue. But I am aware of all of them. But I am not suffering. So this is a simple and very profound and the essence of Vedanta. When your mind gets agitated, immediately we say, oh, my mind is restless, and we behave as if I am restless. Then at that given point of time, by this time, you should be able to tell, at least for yourself, that my mind is disturbed, my thoughts are disturbed, my mind is disturbed. I am aware of the disturbance of the mind, but I am not disturbed. So if you can discriminate yourself, the seer and the seen, I am the self who is aware of the mind and its disturbance. I am the self who is aware of the disturbance of thoughts in my mind, disturbance in emotions, so on and so forth. If you can understand what happens, then you may have got pain, but you will not suffer. We mix pain and suffering. Suffering is inevitable, we think. No, pain is inevitable probably, but suffering is a choice. You are choosing it. If you want to choose or not, that is up to you. It is one's own decision. Now, just like I have got a body, I have a body and body ache will come, no doubt. I have got a head, headache will come, no doubt. I am living in this world, no doubt there will be challenges, no doubt. But I don't have the problem. It is only at the level of body and at the level of mind. So this is what Vedanta will help you. And by this time, this idea would have got convinced for you. The bondage and freedom, both for your mind, subtle body, not for you or not for me. I was free, I am free, I will be free. Because I was never bound, I am never bound, and I will be never bound. Then why should I do all these spiritual practices? Why should I control my mind? Why should I control my sense organs? All these things. That is only to discipline your mind, to discipline your body and mind, so that you can be free. Free from mind only. Again, that freedom, it is only for mind only. Bondage and freedom, both are for your mind, not for the self. So self is always free. But unfortunately, we are mistaken, we are confused, and we are thinking that I am in bondage, I am suffering, I am agitated, I am happy, and I am unhappy. You are neither happy, you are neither unhappy. Your mind is happy, your mind is unhappy. Because of thoughts, because of feelings, because of emotions. But you are aware of that, that's all. So this is what happens when you understand Vedanta properly. And depends on one's own capacity and depends on one's own perseverance, you can put into practice. All right. Now, 10th shloka. Indriyēbhyaḥ parā hyarthāḥ, arthēbhyaśca paraṁ manaḥ, manasastu parā buddhiḥ, buddhērātmā mahānparaḥ. So, sense objects are superior to the sense organs. Here, sense objects means perceived sense objects are superior to the sense organs. Arthēbhyaśca paraṁ manaḥ. Mind is superior to the perceived sense objects. Manasastu parā buddhiḥ. Then intellect is superior to the mind. Buddhērātmā mahānparaḥ, mahataḥ. Mahat is superior to the intellect. Now, if you remember in the last mantra, last shloka, we saw Tadvishnu paramam padam. That paramam padam was called as Vishnu. Generally, when we say Vishnu, Vishnu means he is who is having 4 hands, holding lotus, one hand, and in another hand discus and gada, then chakra, shankha, and standing or lying down on the adishesha. We get that. That is also true, no doubt. But Vishnu means vyāpyati iti Vishnu, who is omnipresent, who is all-pervasive. He is Vishnu, and attaining him, reaching him is the highest goal. So that is what Chaitanya or Supreme Consciousness. And where is Vishnu? Oh, Vishnu is in Vaikuntha. Okay, that is to start with, it may be there, but that Vishnu is not only in Vaikuntha, Vishnu is everywhere. Vishnu is inside my heart. Vishnu is in me. Vishnu is outside of me. So Vishnu is everywhere. To experience that Vishnu everywhere is what? The ultimate goal of our life. So that is what the intellectual journey or spiritual journey. And the question might come for all of you, then why did they give these forms and all? Because the Rishis knew that without name and form, our mind cannot think. Our mind only can conceive an idea with the name and form. So knowing our limitations of our mind, strength and as well as limitations of our mind, Rishis gave different names and forms for the supreme reality so that it can help us to reach the goal. But the ultimate goal, according to the Upanishads, is what? To reach or to experience that Nirakara Nirguna Brahman, that is awareness or consciousness. And for this, our philosophy or the Upanishads takes the journey. The Upanishads takes the seeker gradually from Saguna Chaitanya to Nirguna Chaitanya. So this you can see always in Panchakosha Viveka, Avasthatra Vichara, all these things. From grass, we are going to subtle, and from subtle to that just awareness or consciousness. Why? If you see in Panchakosha Viveka, initially we start, the Upanishad asks us to concentrate on the Annamaya Kosha. It is nothing but gross physical personality. Then afterwards, it asks to switch over to the Pranamaya Kosha, that is the energy personality. Then to the Manomaya Kosha, emotional personality. Then intellectual personality, that is Vijnanamaya Kosha. Then Anandamaya Kosha, happiness mixed with ignorance. Then slowly it will take to that Atman or Brahman, just awareness, who is aware of all these things, all these personalities, who is the substratum of this personality. So this is the framework of the Upanishad. Starting from grass to the subtle, subtler, subtlest, it takes. This is the inner spiritual journey. So now if you see Pranamaya Kosha and Manomaya Kosha, if you think, Manomaya Kosha is much more bigger, higher than Pranamaya Kosha, they say. Why? Because it becomes more and more subtler. So Vivekananda also explains this phenomenon beautifully in his Raja Yoga lectures. He gives this example. For an example, there is a cut, there is a wound on your muzzle. Okay, it was a deep cut. However it may be, it might take a week or two to to get rid of the problem, muzzle problem. Now, for example, if you have been hurt at the level of bone, then it will take few months. Then ligament tear, it might take years. Now muscle, skin, muscle, bone, then ligament. More and more it becomes subtler or deep. Then if any problem happens, even the recovery period also takes more. Taking this example, he gives the example of this actually. And if a nerve cuts, then it may not be possible sometimes to repair also. So the more and more subtler it becomes, even the recovery period also can become more time consuming. And also the more and more it becomes subtle, it gets more and more power, or it gets more all pervasive. From that angle, here the Rishi or the Upanishad or the Yama is trying to tell that sense objects are superior to the sense organs. When you say sense object and sense organ, when you say for an example eye or maybe tongue, now tongue is tasting a chocolate. So here the tongue is a sense organ and sense object is chocolate. So do you mean that chocolate is higher or subtler than the sense organ called tongue? It might not be. No. Even for example, the eye. I am seeing, for an example, an object. Object is a sense object, a rock maybe, then eye. So do you say the rock is bigger than the subtler than the sense object called eye? No. So here sense object means it is perceived sense object, means the experience. I always say that, oh, Swamiji, controlling sweets is very, very difficult. My husband has got a diabetic. He's not supposed to eat sweet. How much ever I tell, he doesn't listen. The wife complains. Then husband tells, yes, Swamiji, I also want to control, but what to do? I cannot control. Avoiding sweets is an Herculean task. This is a most problem for many of us in different things. For some spicy, for some oily, for some sweets, whatever it may be. Now, if you analyze, actually we don't like sweets. We hang on to the experience when we take a sweet. For example, someone like Cadbury's chocolate, a child. A child likes Cadbury's chocolate fine, but really the child is liking the taste derived from the Cadbury's chocolate. One more example is black chocolates. I like black chocolate. People say, oh Swami, it is bitterish in nature. It is better not to have it. Now, do I like black chocolate? No, I only like the experience what I derive from the black chocolate. So that is called here sense object, actually perceived sense object. So that perceived sense objects are superior to the sense organs according to the Katha Upanishad or according to the Yama. Why? Because the sense objects have the capacity to tempt the sense organs. So from this angle, perceived sense objects are subtler than the sense organs. So it refers to your mental impression or the experience of the object rather than the physical matter outside. All right. Now, second is mind is superior to the perceived sense objects. Why? Because the perceived sense object, that is the experience. When you eat a chocolate, you enjoy the chocolate. You have got an experience of eating the chocolate. So-called experience is nothing but it is the vritti, manovritti or mental thought. It is not just a thought. When you say you have got a desire, it is a thought. And you have got a feeling, emotion, it is a thought. You have got good thinking, bad thinking, again it is a thought. So all these thoughts, where is the source for these thoughts is nothing but mind. So the perceived sense object, the experience is nothing but a thought, and for the thought, which is the substratum, where is the storehouse and where is the cause for arising these thoughts? If you know, most of you will be knowing that is the mind actually. From this angle, mind is superior to thoughts because it is the cause for the thoughts, cause of the thoughts. The thoughts, just like water bubble, arise in the water, it leaves temporarily or momentarily in the water and it dies in the water. So similarly, thoughts arise in the mind, exist in the mind and dissolves in the mind. So from this angle, mind is superior to the thoughts. Now, the third is intellect is superior to the mind, they are saying. So the manas and buddhi, though there are no two different physical organs, so it is only based on the functions, it has been segregated. In the mind, we have got manas and buddhi also. How do we differentiate? Which is doubting faculty is called manas, and nishchayatmaka faculty, that is decisive, the power of judgment, the power of decision, that faculty of the mind, function of the mind is called buddhi, and that intellect or buddhi is subtler than the mind according to the Yama. Why? Because mind has got doubting function. Should I do this? Should I not do that? Whether this is right or that is wrong. So it is doubting. It is always oscillating between two possibilities. But whereas the intellect decides, do this, don't do this. It is better to do like this. So it is more affirmative and more decisive in nature. From that angle, so intellect is superior to the mind. Now, if you the subtle point, if you remember or if you analyze deeply, so all our emotional problems, so-called sorrows, can be conquered by the knowledge, jnana. Why? These emotions, so-called emotions, unfiltered emotions we have got, all these are belonging to the lower faculty of the mind, that is manas. The knowledge is nothing but belongs to intellect. So through the help of knowledge, you can control your emotional problems. You can control your sorrows. So that is a reason more and more we have to have an analytical thinking so that you can reduce the emotional problems. Then Mahanatma, that's Mahat Atma, they say Mahanatma, Atma is superior to the intellect. Here Mahanatma means what? It is the total intellect. Now Buddhi already we saw. Buddhi means it is the individual intellect. I have got some buddhi, X has got some buddhi, Y has got some buddhi, intellect, Z has got intellect. It is the individual intellect, individual faculty of the mind. Now, Mahanatma, Mahata Buddhi means it is the cosmic buddhi. That is nothing but Hiranyagarbha or Samashti Buddhi. So that Samashti Buddhi or or cosmic intellect is superior to the individual intellect. We all know that because the individual intellect is the part of that cosmic intellect. Now, for example, Lord Subramanya, Muruga, Subramanya, Kartikeya, he has got a weapon called veil. We all know that. And the particular shape of the veil represents, one is that Kundalini Shakti. Apart from that, the spear-headed veil is nothing but it represents the intellect. It should be sharp, it should be wide, and it should be deep, so that you can destroy the asura, demon, who is Ajnana and Samsara. That is ignorance, and the Samsara is for the bondage. So that is a symbolic representation of the veil where Subramanya is holding up. So we should try to understand who am I, and we should put into practice at every walk of my life, at every walk of our life, so that many of our sufferings, so-called sufferings, can be removed. It is only our view, our perception, our wrong understandings, wrong thinking. Some are really there can be in problem, no doubt, but if not all, quite a major amount of problems are either it is ego related, or it is attitudinal, or because of our emotions, or because of our wrong thinking, or so on and so forth. So this is the travel from microcosm to macrocosm in the earlier shloka. And the same idea from microcosm to macrocosm travel is been seen in the next shloka also. We shall see. Mahataḥ paramavyaktam avyaktātpuruṣaḥ parā, puruṣānna paraṁ kiñcit sā kāṣṭhā sā parā gatiḥ. Mahataḥ paraṁ avyaktam. The unmanifest is superior to the mahat. Avyaktātpuruṣaḥ parā. The Atman is superior to the unmanifested. Purushat na param kiñcit. There is nothing superior to the Atman. Sā kāṣṭhā sā parā gatiḥ. That is the culmination, that is the supreme goal. All right, I can end my journey at some point of time. Otherwise, I keep on going, I keep on traveling, I keep on doing sadhana. Oh my dear, when will I get end? When will I reach end? The question might come. So here Upanishad is giving you the end. Okay, this is the end, my dear. Afterwards, no more journey, no more struggles, no more achievements, or no more anything to be attained. Everything is been done. So there will be a stop. No commas, no semicolons. So here, this text actually emphasizes the finality, the goal, and the end of the life. Once an individual awareness understands who am I, mastering the senses, quietening the mind, sharpening the intellect, dissolving the so-called pseudo-ego, and understanding I am that consciousness, or I am that Purusha or Atma, that is the end of my life, or end of everyone's life. For that only I have born. For that only this entire Prakriti, the whole world is there. In the in the Sankhya Yoga, they tell beautifully why this Prakriti is there. The Prakriti means the nature which we are seeing in front of us. Why this Prakriti is there? Bhoga and apavargartam, the Sankhya Karika it says. For bhoga, for experiencing, apavarga means for the liberation of the self. So this whole entire world is for the experience and for the liberation of the individual being. And this great philosophy has been told by Swami Vivekananda in the Karma Yoga lecture in a very simple way, beautiful way, profound way. The world is a moral gymnasium where you have come to where you have come to make yourselves strong. I am handling persons. I am handling office. I am handling project. From that, probably you will get promotion. Probably you will get your paycheck, and you might get some more money. All these things are the external level. But if you really think through that, you can develop your personality. We don't think actually. I can develop my willpower. I can develop my skills. I can develop my attitudes. In spite of all the challenges, I can be happy. I can be calm. I can be composed. From this angle, we never think our work life actually. So, this has been told in the Upanishads. Avyaktam mahataḥ paraṁ avyaktam. So, mahat, avyaktam means unmanifested. And mahat means already we know is Hiranyagarbha. That is the cosmic mind. And avyaktam means unmanifested. Unmanifested is greater or superior to the cosmic intellect. What is this? How to understand? What is avyaktam? So mahat means already you know cosmic intellect, that is Hiranyagarbha. From the Puranic language, it is nothing but Chaturmukha Brahma. Now this avyaktam, paramavyaktam, avyaktam, the unmanifested means it is nothing but the Upanishadic language. It is a Ishvara, cosmic causal self. Avyakta is cosmic subtle self, and the avyakta is cosmic causal self. That is called Ishvara. So Ishvara is greater than the Hiranyagarbha. Why it is called avyakta? Because here there are no divisions at all. Everything is in the potential form, potential condition, which is nothing but karanavastha. That is the seed of the creation. How to understand? Best example can be taken as your deep sleep. In your deep sleep, have you got any problem? No. Have you got any suffering? No. Are you experiencing any good things? No. Are you experiencing the world? No. Do you mean, or can we say that none of them exist? No, they might all exist, but I am not aware. It is not available for me. The moment when I get up, my problem starts. My challenge starts. Again, the world appears for me. So in the deep sleep, everything is in potential form for that individual or for the deep sleeper. That is for the individual. When the atyantika pralaya happens, then the entire world goes to this seed form or in the causal form or in the unmanifested form. So it is before the creation, that is called avyakta. And Upanishad uses the technical word called Ishvara. So the Ishvara is superior to avyakta, Hiranyagarbha. And is anyone superior to Ishvara? Yes, there is there. Avyaktātpuruṣaḥ parā. And even compared to this cosmic self, there is one more superior one. Who is that? That is Puruṣaḥ. Puruṣaḥ here means consciousness principle. Because Purusha in vernacular languages, it is a male, it is an individual being, individual male. Here it is not so. Here Purusha means self, consciousness. So the conscious principle who is witnessing everything, all these three states and everything, he is the superior to even the avyakta. So this Purusha derivative meaning is very interesting actually. Puru means body. Saha means resident. So Purusha means the resident of the body. I am the resident of a building. I am the owner of the building, or I might be taken, rent, but I am residing in the building. But I have taken the rent actually. So here I have taken the rent. This particular body I have taken the rent. What is the rent here? My karma phala, good and bad actions is the rent, and I have taken this body. I am staying in this body. After some time I will leave. My rent is done. Then I will leave this body. So that is Purusha, that is individual self. One more is there. That which pervades everything is what? Purusha. Purayati sarvam iti Purusha. That which pervades everything is Purusha. It is within and it is without. So the second derivative meaning of Purusha has to be taken here. First is Pure Sheti iti Purusha, one who is dwelling in this body, a resident of the body. That is individual self. Then Purayati Sarvam iti Purusha, that which pervades everything is what also Purusha, that is the cosmic self or awareness or consciousness. Why? Because consciousness exists in deep sleep, in dream state, and in waking state, and is beyond all these three states. So that's why he is the superior. All right, consciousness or Purusha is the superior at right now. Is there anyone who is superior to Purusha? If you ask, they will say no. This is the end. There is no more superior person or superior thing other than Purusha. Purusha is the supreme. So the moment you understand him, means the moment you experience him, the moment you remove your ignorance, you have attained your final goal. When we are doing high school 10th standard, very important 10th standard exam, then we say +1, +2. And our Indian education system, they say second PUC or +2 you study and that decides your life. That's how our schools and teachers and parents, everyone tell. And nowadays, oh my God, so much pressure they put. And students also, they study day in and day out, schools, college, tuitions, blah, blah, science, especially labs and all. They finish their second PUC, then the real problem starts. They think at that given point of time, which course to take, which college to select. All right, they select, fine. Then they little relax initially. Then afterwards, they think, all right, 4 or 5 years I will study, I'll finish my graduation, then my life will be settled. No more studies, no more projects, no more exams, no more assignments. I'll be happy. We all think at the end of the graduation, if not all, then most of us, we start thinking, oh God, let me get a job, then I will be happy. Whether now market is red, recession is going on, whether will I get job or not, oh God, please bless me, let me have a job. Now we understand student life was a golden life. During student life, we had only one problem, that is studying. But we thought we want to get rid of that problem so that I can be free. The intention is what? I want to be free. Then at the end of our student life, we get more problem. Once you, first of all, getting job is difficult. Sometimes we say, once we get a job, for few days I'm happy. Then I say, job is okay, but it is not giving good paycheck. My paycheck is less. Or whatever I'm working, for that my paycheck is less. I am not happy. Why? Because my paycheck is less. I should get a better paycheck. Luckily, I got one more job offer. I got a good paycheck. Then after few days, I'm happy. Then afterwards, I tell, everything is okay. My boss have got some problem. Or otherwise, the problem starts in the house. Oh, you are aged now, you have to marry and you have to settle in your life and all. Then the problem comes to marriage, finding a suitable bride or a groom or whatever. So there is no end to this. Once recently, one of the devotees, I mean, not in negative way, they tell me, Swamiji, I don't have any desire. I've got only one desire. A old lady devotee, she was saying, I was feeling very happy. Oh my dear, you are great. You have got only one desire. You don't have any desire. That is great. What is your desire? Swamiji, I only pray that my great grandchildren should settle in their life. That is the only desire I have. So their life settling got over. Children settling got over. Grandchildren settling got over. Now great-grandchildren should settle, it seems. That's the only desire she has got. For that she is praying day in and day out. So there is no end. If we are not alert, we get carried over by these things. First, finishing 10th, +2, then graduation, post-graduation, getting a job, getting his family, then 2-wheelers, 4-wheelers, own house, then children, then grandchildren, then great-grandchildren. Then it keeps on going. But Upanishad tells it is not like this. Our journey is very safe. Our journey has got some end. What is that end? The moment you understand who are you, and we are not asking anyone to understand anything else to understand. Understand yourself. Who are you? Who am I? Then your journey ends, my dear. You know you can understand which is the better one. But still, it is so better and so safe, but we are not able to put into practice. Or we feel it is quite difficult, it is very abstract, it looks like, it appears that it is very far, all these things. How foolishly we are all thinking. Esha sarvēṣu bhūtēṣu gūḍhōtmā na prakāśatē drśyatē tvagryayā buddhyā sūkṣmayā sūkṣmadarśibhiḥ. Why Vedanta is becoming difficult? Why Vedanta goes above the head? Abstract concept. Why? Because for that the answer is given. The self is being hidden in all beings. This Atma is not evident. It appears that Atman is not evident. However, it is seen by the people of subtle vision with a sharp, subtle intellect. Esha sarvēṣu bhūtēṣu. This means this self, sarvēṣu bhūtēṣu, in all the beings, gūḍhōtmā, esha atma, sarvēṣu bhūtēṣu, gūḍhā na prakāśatē. This self is hidden in all beings, but na prakāśatē. It is not evident means what? Many people are unable to understand. Drśyatē tvagryayā buddhyā. But whoever has got subtle vision, sensible mind, refined mind, sūkṣmayā sūkṣmadarśibhiḥ. With such a sensible mind, refined mind, trained mind, one can understand. See now, the self is in everyone, in everywhere. Self is everywhere and in everyone at the same time, but people are not able to understand. People are not able to recognize. People are not able to experience. This is the paradox of the self. Gūḍhōtmā na prakāśatē. Self is not in the Kailasa. Self is not in the Vaikunta. Self is not neither in the Naraka or Patala. Self is not somewhere in the old movies. If you see, it will be the prana of a demon will be hidden somewhere in a tree or in a island or in a very well, seven circled forts. No, this is there everywhere and including in me. But still we feel it is not evident. Swamiji, it is very difficult to understand I am that consciousness. I can understand maths, I can understand science, I can understand that these many things, but I am not able to understand. I'm not able to get convinced I am that self who is just awareness. So this is what a problem can be for many of us. This is the paradox of self. I am aware of my suffering. I am aware of my happiness. And you are that awareness who is aware of your suffering and aware of your happiness. So hold on to that awareness, I keep on telling. But people say, but difficult to hold on to it, Swamiji. I'm not saying it is easy, but possible. So this is the paradox of the life. The self is not hiding in any heaven or cave. It is right in front of us. It is right inside us. It is the most dearest thing. It is the most nearest thing for us. But we feel it is very far. It is very distant. It is too late. I mean, it is a far journey. I have to travel still to reach this moksha or mukti. It is a destination to be attained. Like for an example, in the olden days, people had to travel by foot for Kashi Yatra. So from, for example, Bangalore, you are going to Kashi, hundreds of kilometers. Oh, when will Kashi will come? When Kashi will come? When Kashi will come? So like that, is this moksha journey also? No, it is not so. Then why are we thinking that? It is because of ignorance. How can you say that it is not so? It is very near or it is very nearest, because it is your own self actual. I am searching everywhere for that self. Unfortunately, it is in me and I am that. This is the paradox of the self or paradox of the life. Then what is how to reach it, how to attain it if you ask? Agraya buddhiya sūkṣmayā. We have to refine our intellect. We have to train our intellect. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, most of us we understand. We learn, we use it. Fractions, little bit okay. Theory of indices, okay. Decimal system, okay. Some theorems and all. The sum of three angles of triangle is 180 degrees. I think that's the first theorem I studied in my 8th standard geometry. That and a little bit we understand. But when we go to advanced calculus, trigonometry, analytical geometry, oh my dear, it goes above the head. For that, we have to prepare our minds. We have to read and reread. We have to study. We have to develop that subtle mind. So here we have got a devotee. He's 80 plus. Today also, he loves to play with the numbers. He's one of the great mathematicians. He loves to play with the numbers. Hours together, they'll be discussing about the numbers. And if not all, most of them, it goes above our head. Now, he is able to enjoy with the numbers, and it becomes cumbersome for us, fine, because he has developed that fine intellect in the case of numbers. So similarly, by studying and by understanding, we have to develop the refined intellect with connection to or with respect to Vedanta. Agraya means what? One-pointed or sharp also. Like a scattered mind cannot understand. Even if you understand, it is momentary. So now you can understand why Shama and Dhamma is very, very important. Until otherwise, controlling mind and controlling sense organs is not done, then our understanding also will be momentary. Sūkṣmayā means subtle mind. That is a refined mind, trained mind is the way to understand. Sūkṣmadarśibhiḥ, the seer, the real seer will have a trained, subtle seer means subtle trained mind means what? They will have a refined intellect, piercing nature. They go deep into every event, every phenomena, and they will dive deep into that, and they will analyze, and they will find out what is the truth here. Like a raw agency people, CID, CBI people, they have got little different. It looks like very simple for us, but every small event also they will go deep and they will try to find out the lead for the case. So similarly, we have to develop our intellect. That is, we have to purify and we have to refine, we have to train our intellect so that we can experience, we can understand. Now the question might come, why does it require? Because according to the Upanishads or the Advaita Vedanta, the problem is what? Ignorance. Just like if there's a darkness in the room, by crying, the darkness cannot be removed. Only light can remove the darkness. So similarly, I have got ignorance that I am the body and mind and whatnot. So the ignorance only can be removed by the knowledge. And the knowledge is the part of the, it can be, we can get it only in the intellect or in our mind. As a result, we have to train our mind. So Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana is what? It is only remove, it only helps what? It only helps to remove our ignorance. It only helps to remove our wrong notion. So all our spiritual journey is what? Just cleaning service, cleaning all the Arishad Vargas, cleaning the gross qualities or the dirts, then mental, little subtler, whatever. Finally, the ignorance has to be removed. The moment if ignorance is removed, then because the self is self-shining, it doesn't need any other torch, any other instrument to shine upon or to show it upon. For example, you clean the room, but by that alone, you cannot see the room. Why? There's a lack of light. But here it is not so. For example, you have lit the lamp and the chimney is with full of dirt. Now you remove the dirt, immediately you'll get the light, and there is nothing else is required. So here all our sadhana is what? Removing the dirt. Just like you clean the chimney, and so that you are able to get the maximum light. So that similarly, we have to remove our mind. We have to clean our mind. That is all the different type of dirts, and the finest dirt, the ultimate dirt will be ignorance. Once the ignorance is removed, then the self will be, it is already self-shining. The moment you understand who am I, and the moment I experience who am I, that is the end of my journey. And from that, what happens? You will be happy at all given point of time. And you will have a freedom. No more birth and no more death. If you want to take birth and if you want to help the people, fine. You are welcome. But no more suffering will be there. And no more bondage will be there. That is the final destination. And how to go step-by-step practice is being told in the 13th sloka that we shall try to see in the next class. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Yeah, any doubts?
Maharaj, I have. So
Yeah.
this what is means mahat and avyaktam. Mahat is the subtle self, means it is having subtle form or something.
Okay. I think probably if you remember the Tattva Bodha, Hiranyagarbha.
Yes.
You
So what
remember
is difference?
Hiranyagarbha?
Yes. So that is the Swaguna Brahman, right? Hiranyagarbha.
No. 1 minute. Now, do you remember Hiranyagarbha?
Yes.
Okay. What is Hiranyagarbha? It is the cosmic subtle mind.
Hmm.
Okay. That is nothing but it has been used here, Mahat actually. Or cosmic subtle mind. Now, avyakta is what? Cosmic causal self. Nothing but Ishvara.
So that Ishvara and Brahma, Chaturmukha Brahma are not the same.
No. Chaturmukha Brahma and Hiranyagarbha are the same. Not the same.
But I have put a question. Can you see that it is related
Hold
to
on,
it?
hold on. I will come back to you. Just I'll finish our doubt. Yeah. So Brahma and Hiranyagarbha are one and the same. Ishvara means not the like Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, Ishvara, not that Ishvara here. Ishvara means Sopadika Chaitanya Visay. Chaitanyam plus Upadi, that is Maya. Chaitanyam plus Maya is equal to Ishvara. That is called avyakta. So now the importance of Prakana Grantha comes into picture. The more and more Prakana Grantha gets clear, then the Upanishad's ideas will become more and more clear. So were you able to link it or understand?
Maharaj, I can means still there is some means Sopadika Chaitanya. What is the subtle difference with that Sopadika Chaitanya and Chaturmukha Brahma? So Chaturmukha Brahma is also having the upadhis and all.
Okay. So, okay, I will try to tell in a different way. Now, what is the difference? Is the question for you. So, Sopadika Chaitanya, that is Ishvara. Ishvara and Hiranyagarbha, what is the difference? Ishvara is cosmic causal self. Or nothing is, everything is in potential form. Brahman plus Maya is what Ishvara. There nothing has been manifested. Everything is in potential form. The world, the individual self, everything is in a potential form. Nothing is manifested there. Okay. Now, when it comes to Brahma, so there is already manifestation has happened. So there, it is the next step from cosmic causal self. The next derivative, the next first step of manifestation has happened. One more level of manifestation. Has happened. That is what? Cosmic subtle mind. Now, if I take the example, milk. Say, just I'm giving a simple example to make you understand. Don't take it literally. Milk is like, say, a causal self. Okay. Now, yogurt or curd can be taken as Hiranyagarbha. Then butter, you got it. Butter, you can take it as the world and the other manifestations. Now, to get the butter, before it was yogurt or curd, and before the curd, milk. Butter was there in the milk? Yes. Can you see it? No. Why? Because it was in the unmanifested form or in the potential format. Then what about curd? In the curd also, I'm not able to see the butter. Yes, but there is a one level of manifestation that happened. Could you understand, relate?
Means that means mind portion is there, right? So when subtle mind, because it is the cosmic mind, no? Hiranyagarbha is the cosmic mind. So at
Yes.
least means from the unmanifested, at least that totals, that cosmic mind has been manifested in that Brahma stage. And from that cosmic mind, now the more means gross elements are coming, the world is coming. That is the back, right?
You are right. You are right.
So that in kshetragya yoga, so there is a kshetragya and there is a paramapurusha. So can we say that that kshetragya is the Ishwar, the Brahma, that Hiranyagarbha, and Paramapurusha is the Avyaktam?
Always keep telling this. Please do not jump. You can't simply use like synonyms, and you can't simply draw the conclusions. No. Until otherwise, in what context it has been used, until otherwise you know the denotation and connotation of it. I mean, I can tell you, but it will land into more confusions actually. So the word of caution will be, do not jump into conclusions. So the same word, avyakta, can be interpreted or can be used in different sense in different places. So now I am telling you what is mahat and what is avyakta. So try to understand. Now kshetragna, hiranyagarbha, ishvara, all varna the same or different than paramapurusha and all. If you say, then kshetragna has been used in a different two ways in the kshetragna yoga itself. So until otherwise we get a comprehensive picture, so I always suggest people not to jump or not to draw conclusions. I mean, in the sense, you pull each thing and compare and contrast can be a bit confusing. That's what I mean to say.
Yes, that is actually means in Swami Ranganathanandaji's book, they have explained it in Sankha way. So this, so that
Maharaj,
is why I
yeah,
was.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
Pranam Maharaj. I think why we are getting this question is that in 1.3.1, that Kutam Pibanto Slokam, there it was described as Chaya Tapo. That means Chaya and Tapo, it's very close. The description, something like Chaya, the light and shadow are very close by. Here, the extra technical terms have been added, and the distance has been increased between Chaya Tapo. That's what I think. I'm also feeling that the gap between the light and shadow.
Yeah. Pranam, the avyaktam can be called as jivatman. No. Avyaktam cannot be called as jivatman. Avyaktam is unmanifested. Avyaktam means it is a cosmic subtle mind. Avyakta means, you should try to remember, cosmic subtle mind. So cosmic subtle mind cannot be jivatman. Jivatman is individual mind. So avyakta cannot be jivatma.
Is it Maya?
How to understand cosmic subtle mind? Now the sum and total of all individual minds can be taken as cosmic subtle mind. Every one of us, we have minds. Say some 3,000, I mean, say 500 crore people are there, for discussion's sake. Now 500 crore minds are there. So 500 crores minds all put together, and much more, of course. So we are all part of the cosmic mind, or our mind is part of the cosmic mind. So that cosmic mind is called avyakta. Oh, sorry, mahat it is called. It is mahata. Avyakta means it is the cosmic causal self, Ishvara. Sorry. Avyakta is what, again, one more step higher, or one more step subtler. Avyakta is what? Cosmic causal self. Nothing but Ishvara. How do you define Ishvara? It is Sopadika Chaitanya. Means Brahman plus Maya is what Sopadika Chaitanya. That is what Ishvara. So what you say? It is in there is no creation has happened, anything has happened. Just Brahman is appearing in the causal state. Because in the consciousness, even that is also not there. The causal state is also not there. In the Puranic language, I can tell that there is a Lord Vishnu is in the Yoga Nidra. The Lord Vishnu is in the Yoga Nidra means there is if you remember, you attend my Chandi class also, Durga Saptasati, there in the first chapter, if you see, Savarni Surya Tanayo, there we studied. So Lord Vishnu is lying down. So no one was there. So the whole world was not there, just he was lying down. Then who came? First Brahma was manifested. The Lord Vishnu, who was in the Yoga Nidra, lying on the Adishesha and on the Milky Ocean, that represents more or less this avyakta state. And Brahma came from the Nabhi of the Vishnu and all. That is what Hiranyagarbha, or here Mahat it is. Yeah, sorry.
Thank you, Maharaj. But a lot of nididhāsan has to be made, because just cannot understand this thing. We need to think after going through your recording. Recording will be put by the Karthik. Mr. Karthik puts the recording, so we'll do that.
Yeah. So again, I'll tell Prakana Grantha that's where it comes
This is the
important.
tough one,
Prakana
Maharaj.
Grantha role.
This is also the tough one.
Yeah.
I'm not
No
sure
doubt.
how. I'll try. I'll get
Maharaj,
that,
actually, I have one more. It is so the two Purusha, it is actually ultimately they are the same, right? Because whoever is residing in my body, or inside me, that itself is pervading the outside also, right?
Yes. When you say whatever exists in me, that is pervading outside. When you say who is that I?
No, here means that pura that you said, no, the resident of the body. Pura means body. So that you said. So whoever is the resident of that body, that he is, or it is again pervading the whole universe.
Yeah, as a consciousness, yes. Yes, as a consciousness, yes.
So that means ultimately the two definitions represent the same, the consciousness, right?
Yes. To make us understand these differences has been given. All these differences are told only to make us understand.
Not understand, Maharaj is getting confused.
It appears. We have to do some homework, no doubt. All right.
Thank you, Maharaj. Pranam.
Thank you.
So
Thank
next
you.
week we shall not have class, Samit.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, till the end of I think third week of June, there are a lot of commitments for me, so I will not be able to take consistently. Then after third week of June, I think I should be able to.
Yeah. Just one on the point of Hiranyagarbha, right? Not to elaborate on what you said, but largely the aggregation at what is at a human level, right? Body, Virat, mind, cosmic mind. Similarly, subtle mind and then cosmic subtle mind. That's the analogy one can use to
You are right.
understand this.
You are right. Yeah, that is, if you say at the waking state, the individual is called Vishwa, and the cosmic or the cosmic level, it is called Virat or Vaishvanara. And at the dream state, the individual is called Taijasa, and at the cosmic level, it is called Hiranyagarbha. So in the deep sleep, that is causal state. I'm saying causal state, it is called The individual self or individual consciousness is called prajna, and the cosmic self, cosmic causal self is called as Ishvara. If these terms are clear, then I think we'll be able to relate.
Yeah. Only one doubt here. What we call as reflected consciousness is essentially the causal self plus consciousness.
Okay, I will tell like this. Reflected consciousness are the deep sleep state. Okay, reflected consciousness at the deep sleep state is called as prajna. The reflected consciousness at the dream state. So in the deep sleep, you are sleeper. You are sleeper. You are the same person, but you are called sleeper. So that the Upanishad is using the word prajna. Now you are having a dream. Same person or same reflected consciousness, in the dream state, you are called Tejasa. Now you are in the waking state. You are listening and you are talking, etc. So you are called Vishwa. Now, do you mean all the three are different? No. Only based on the states of existence, we have given different names. Like if I am in the house, I am a with respect to your wife or family, you are a husband. When you are running a company, you are a CEO. When you go to a friend's party, you are just a friend. You are a friend, you are a husband, you are a citizen, and you are CEO. Different names have been given, but all referring to one person only. So based on the different connotations, you have been called, or you are given different designations. So the reflected consciousness has been called by three names based on the states of existence, actually. Yeah.
Thank you.